Alright guys, sorry it's a little windy, so that might be annoying in this video, but I just wanted to make a quick introduction to the pickup I've owned here for 90 days now. This is a 2015 F250. It's actually XL package with a 6.2 liter gas engine in it. And I wanted to talk to you guys about my initial criticisms that I had with this truck and how I feel about it now after about 90 days. As you can see, we got a little over a half quart of firewood back there, so it's sitting a little lower on the rear end. Yeah, I just want to quickly preface and say I don't have any problems with this truck's drivetrain, engine, transmission, rear end, transfer case, four-wheel drive. All of it's awesome. As you can see, it's pretty filthy all the time. We get off-road just about every day here, and so I have no complaints about the actual running and driving of this truck. I love Ford. I'm a Ford guy. I've had lots of them before, and I think I'll keep buying them as long as they stay reliable on the road. So I actually really like this truck. So most of this video is actually going to be kind of a love-hate thing, so don't get mad at me for that. But first thing I want to cover that I like about this truck, but I also don't like about this truck, is the snow plow prep package that it came with. So this truck right here, as you can see as it sits, in the front it looks like it has a leveling kit. I'll go over here and give you guys a look. So as you guys can see, this seems like it has a leveling kit in the front because it sits higher. And I could actually put 35s. I think I'm going to put 35s on here. With a little bit of weight, you can see that it's actually a little higher in the front even. And that's not because it has a leveling kit, it's because it has the snow plow prep package, which means instead of a 4,800 spring, this is a 6,000 pound spring. So it's got dual 3-ton springs in the front, so it kind of makes it ride like it has square wheels. That's something that's criticism of mine. Obviously, if I had ordered this truck new from the factory, I wouldn't have chose that option. It's nice because now, if I decide to keep it this way, because it's a work truck, I won't have to do a leveling kit, and I can get some bigger wheels in there, and they should fit just fine. But I'll have to just get used to it riding rough, which honestly I don't really care about. But that's kind of a love-hate thing that I have here. One thing that I hate about this is I did buy this from a Ford dealership, and it's nice that they put brand new tires on here, right? Well, they're 265 by 70/17, so that means these are 31-inch tires on a full-size truck. That's about the same that we have here on the Explorer. So that's one thing I'm not very happy about, is that a lot of these other trucks come with 275, 65, 20s, I think. They're like 34-inch tires, or on the 18-inch rims, they come with about 33s. But these ones are 31s. So these are new. I think I'm gonna put them on my dad's F-150. Okay guys, so I'm in the cab now. Next thing I want to talk to you about that I hate about this truck is the sync system. I was excited that this XL package truck actually came with the sync system so I could use Bluetooth. But as soon as I got my phone set up to it, it's done nothing but piss me off. It'll kind of have a mind of its own. I can never play music that I want. All it really does is turn music off if I get like a phone call or a text message. And it will, up here there's a little microphone, and sometimes it'll pick up what I'm saying and it'll make a phone call based off of who it thinks I'm asking it to call or text or something like that. And so it's really pissed me off. As you can see here, that we have an auxiliary. I'm just going to figure out a way that I could run that auxiliary to my iPhone. Unfortunately, there's no port for that, so I have to get an adapter. Running it with USB, I found to be almost impossible while driving, because there's so many different, you have to jump through these different menu items on here and select different things in order to actually connect to the USB and listen to the music. So that's one thing that I actually don't like about this truck. I thought it was going to be cool at first, but that's actually not at all. The next thing I didn't like about this truck when I got it, I'll show you a picture right now, is that it had no tint on any of the windows. So it was kind of like a fishbowl situation. I know it's a work truck and somebody ordered it from the factory as an XL, but I do see other XLs for sale out there with dark tint. I don't really like to have no tint, especially in a truck like this. Such big windows, big rear window there. You know, a lot of people could see and lets in a lot of light. It's actually tough in the summer here. So I did go out and I got some Anderson tint from a shop in Portland, and they did 20 on the back window and then the small windows, and then 25 or 30 on the front windows, so that it's legal here. And I think it looks pretty good. I did have to pay, I think, 200 bucks, maybe 220 to do the truck. I don't know, maybe I got ripped off, I'm not sure. But the thing is, they had the best reviews, and so I just wanted to jump on it and get it done. So the truck has about 80,000 miles, and already advanced traction control system is giving me trouble. I don't know exactly how important this is or what exactly this affects, but it will illuminate the ABS light and I think the traction control light on the dash. and I have a warranty, so I'll get ready to bring the truck in to have them service it at Ford, and then the light will go off, and it won't be on for a few more days, and then out of nowhere I'll be turning out of the driveway, and then the light will come on again. It's just one of those things that, like, traction control system's nice. I like having that on a bare bones truck. This is something that it's actually useful, traction control. But if it's going to be going on and off and constantly being on my notification screen here, then it's just bugging the crap out of me. So I hate having lights in my face. I don't like to drive a car that has check engine lights, a car that has any sort of indicator lights flashing. You know, I want to know that the rig is in good condition. So that's one thing that has really bothered me about this truck so far. Okay, and so the next thing that I wanted to share with you guys that I hate about this truck, and I guess that's all newer vehicles, is the TPMS sensors that are required to be put in them. When you live in a climate like this where it gets down to 0 degrees, often in the winter, and it snows a lot, stuff like that, what happens with the little batteries in those TPMS sensors is they'll go out. And it's like this truck I just bought 3 months ago. From Ford, they put new tires, I'm assuming new TPMS sensors and everything in, and within, I think, 30 or 40 days of buying it, this tire pressure sensor fault came on. And see, this isn't even, it's not telling me I have a flat tire, it's just saying there's a fault. So that means there's something wrong in the system, so that bothers me. So I always have to clear that when I turn the truck on, and that's annoying as hell. So you guys are probably expecting me to say I hate the gas mileage in this truck. That's not actually true. Ever since I've had these smaller, thinner tires on here, and I've done a lot of highway driving, I've gotten over 20 miles per gallon. And actually, this being a work truck, most of the time it just gets driven around town, and it says I'm averaging 13.2, which to me, I want to actually complain about, because that's about as good of mileage we get over there in the Explorer. And that's a V6, so I'll drive this thing all day long and get that kind of mileage.